Happy Thursday, Fortnights! May I first introduce to you the hitching post on which I will tie my metaphorical cause wagon for this week's video. This is a butter turkey. While you might think that I was intending on making butter and butter-like substances a recurring theme on in my appearances on this channel, I assure you that my purchasing of this little guy was purely for my own satisfaction before he became the linchpin in the whole development of my causes video. I came across this little guy when I was buying some lean cuisines to eat at home alone while I watched How I Met Your Mother. I am going to die alone. And as I was checking out at self-checkout, because that's what you do when you're buying things like microwave dinners and butter turkeys, and I was thinking about my impending video, how I could possibly espouse the cause of supporting the arts without sparking this debate on what art is. How all these individual things can come together to form the institution we know as the arts. And then, glancing down at this beautiful specimen, I thought, is that art? After pondering the question of what defines art for a few days, and even asking several of my super brilliant Facebook friends, I realized that the argument on what is or isn't art only reinforces the fact that art is. Whether it's fine or folk or literary or dark, art. And art is to stay, no matter how we define it. I'm a fanatical concert goer, and I devote a lot of my time to emulating the people that write things that I want to write. In those acts, I'm supporting the arts in so much that I'm paying someone who produces art to keep producing that art, and I'm also taking that art and using it to inspire my own art. I was an intern for my local nonprofit art museum this summer, and during that experience I realized that consuming and attempting to produce art is not always the most wholehearted way to support the art. When I finally realized that the arts are not simply creators creating things and then selling those things in order to make more things, I realized that the whole issue of why you should support the arts is very complex. A lot of the time, beautiful images and sounds and feelings are often dismissed as folly, so the burden of supporting the arts falls on patrons of the arts giving donations, and nonprofit organizations devoting all of their time to making sure that the arts continue. While the secret libertarian inside me thinks that having the government support arts could potentially turn the arts into the propagandas, I'm inclined to also believe that organizations like the National Endowment for the Arts are necessary in order to give the broadest spectrum of people the broadest amount of culture. Even with those grants and programs, there is still a need. Acting locally and globally is the best way to bring the arts to yourself and your community and the world around you. So in my own life, I volunteer and donate money to a nonprofit arts museum, and I also focus most of my Kiva loans on artists, entertainers, and musicians. The acts are enough to make me feel like I'm a small part of proliferating something other than nuclear weapons or sexually transmitted disease. Why do I only have negative connotations for the word proliferation? In Fortnights, I'd like to remind each of you that by producing visual media, we're also contributing to the arts in a very organic way. So pat yourselves on the back because we're doing something that helps something that means so much to me. And I've linked to some causes and organizations and proof that the arts are really important down in the thing down there. Also, if you want to tell me how you define art in the comments, that would be awesome. Yeah, also, I'm a knight now, so I'll see you guys in 14 days. I knew there was a reason why I owned this. Always with the butter. I dropped the butter turkey. He's okay, full recovery. Mostly